Hi there everyone, it is currently the early morning hours of the 20th of December 2012. Now across the Western Pacific today, we are still watching Invest 93W here around the Marshall Islands, still spinning around here. I know that Bagasa and a few of the TV stations out of the Philippines are actually looking at this area for possible tropical development and a possible tropical system on Christmas, but if you watch this full update, you will come to realize it's actually this area a little bit farther here towards the east. Meanwhile, off towards the north, the CFX snow machine continuing to impact Japan. Actually, this video coming out of Niigata Prefecture, and you can see just that heavy snowfall covering up the roads here. Actually, in the past 24 hours across portions of western Honshu, you've seen about 50 centimeters of snow. An additional 50 is expected in the next 24 hours. Over a meter of fresh snowfall across portions of Hokkaido and northern Honshu is going to be seen here through the coming days as that machine just continues to run due to that northwesterly wind. Actually, see here from the analysis from the Korean meteorological agency, that northerly wind pushing down here towards the south, picking up all that moisture here from the Sea of Japan, and all these areas in the green are indicating that snowfall. But this high pressure is going to push here towards the east, really bring in some fair weather going into the latter part of the week. The next storm system, all these areas in the green down here towards the south are indicating some rain. What that's going to do is push off here towards the northeast. So on Saturday, looks like another wet one for Korea and Japan, but that's going to be more in the form of rain. But Christmas does look like heavy snowfall. Same pattern setting up, actually. Now, farther towards the south, we're going to segue from these westerly storms to the easterly storms. And one thing that is very useful is just knowing the incomplete atmosphere, because what's running these westerly storms is the jet stream clear off here towards the north, which has pushed down that Westpac high, which is clear down here towards the south, now across Guam, even extending across northern Luzon. That's what's bringing you some gusty winds right in there. Actually, right now you have the northeast monsoon in effect, but any systems that develop here near the Marshall Islands, that's going to be a wall, and they are going to run due west across the southern Philippines, where you do not need any more tropical systems. And at least at this time, many of the global models are picking up on possible development. Now, I continue to say possible development near 160 east, developing up this system, pushing it there south of Guam, just north of Palau, and moving into central Visayas on Christmas Day. This would be absolutely devastating for this area, which has already seen the effects of Typhoon Bopha not even 3 weeks ago. Now, as we zoom a little bit closer in on the satellite picture of the system, this is the Marshall Islands out here, all these scattered atolls here in the Western Pacific, actually near the International Dateline, which is just off your screen here towards the right. Right now, it does have some fairly decent outflow towards the northern periphery. Still convection popping up here right near the equator, though. It is very embedded in the intertropical convergence zone, but as we saw with Bopha, it doesn't take very much Coriolis force for the system to develop. And the Coriolis force is just that apparent motion over top of the Earth's surface due to the rotation of the Earth, but it does have all these other ingredients. It does have warm sea surface temperatures, moderately low vertical wind shear at this point. There is some shear a little bit towards the northern periphery, but also plenty of exhaust, which is coming out of there. This time, still very, very disorganized, but there is a weak, elongated circulation in there, as seen on earlier today's Ask imagery. So at least at this time we do have the initialization there of the GFS model here, picking up on the cyclonic circulation, marking it as a low pressure area. At this time, JTWC actually hasn't picked up on this at all, a low, medium, or high. JMA does have it as a low pressure area though as well. Now, what I mentioned at the beginning of the update, we were talking about this area just around Palau. That's what many, I've seen a lot of the agencies out of the Philippines are talking about. That is going to bring some rain showers to the southern Philippines here on Friday, the 21st of December. So you're going to want to watch out for that. I know some of you other YouTubers out there are saying Friday is the end of the world. Just some light rain showers, but unfortunately, in that area that has been devastated by the storm. At the same time, here on Friday, you do have the high pressure dominating, but take a look at that low coming in out of southeastern China. That is what's going to bring that next shot of rainfall here on Saturday, the 22nd of December, across Japan, back down towards the south. Our system's just south of Guam. As we continue to watch it push off there towards the east, according to the GFS model, it does start to spin up there right before making landfall, unfortunately, in a very similar location that we saw Bopha make landfall. And the reason why it's going to a similar location, because all the steering forces and all the dynamics that that system followed very well be following the same path with this one. Now, one more time, though, I want to strongly stress with all our viewers out here that if this area near 160 degrees east does develop, it's still plenty of time to continue to watch it, and that's if it does develop. And where is it going to be going? Well, it's still exact location. If it does continue to remain a system, even if it does develop into a tropical storm, it still would be very disastrous for this area. There's plenty of time to continue to watch it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But you can always continue to follow us here on our Facebook page at westernpacificweather.com. Follow me at Facebook and Twitter at Robert Speta. Not to mention, we're also going to be doing a live interactive update throughout the series of this weekend if the storm system does continue to develop, and not to mention also a Facebook page will be put up specifically on the storm system. So full coverage will be brought to you. But at least at this time, we're just keeping our eyes peeled here on the horizon. Thanks for watching, everybody. Stay safe out there.